Today's dish has made it on my favorites list. We have our vegan vegetarian tofu spinach lasagna rolls. It is super scrumptious and you'll definitely enjoy it, so stay tuned if you're interested. So we're going to start with our sauce first, and what I have here is some chopped onions, some tomatoes, a few little sweet peppers, a little bit of scotch bonnet pepper, and some garlic chopped. And this is my tomato sauce that I'll be using, so now we can take it to the stove. So in my frying pan, I'm just going to bring a little bit of oil to heat, and then I'm going to go ahead and add my seasoning. And then I'm just stir all this together. I'm just going to add a little bit of black pepper in here, not a lot. And then I'm just going to season this with a little bit of salt. I'm going to add the smallest amount of chili powder. That one's quite optional. You don't have to add that one. I'm just adding a little bit of Italian seasoning. This you can buy from Walmart or No Frills or almost any local supermarket. Just add a little bit of that. If you need more oil, you can go ahead and add that. So my sauce has been cooking for some time and it smells really good. And I'm going to go ahead and add my tomato sauce to this. So this is just some that I had in the fridge, so I'm just going to utilize this instead of opening a new can. And I'm just going to cover this and let this cook for a little bit on low heat. Alright, so for my tofu, I'm going to be using tofu, and I'm using the firm water-based one. And you need a pack of lasagna shells, some Parmesan cheese of your choice, mozzarella you can use, but I'm using the marble cheese, some washed fresh spinach. I have here some mushrooms, some onions, and a little bit of garlic, and I'll also be using some other spices. So now we can take all of this over to our stove. So you want to go ahead and put your lasagna shells to cook. Alright, so here I have my tofu, and this is what it looks like. So now all I'm going to do is just break it apart into small little pieces. And this is just preparing your tofu. Alright, so I'm going to add a little bit of oil to my frying pan. And then I'm going to add my onions and my garlic and mushrooms. And I'm not trying to cook these too much. I just want them to saute just a little bit because I'm not trying to cook them out. I'm just trying to get all the flavors incorporated with each other. And now I'm going to go ahead and add my tofu to this. And just give this about a minute or so. And then you can go ahead and add your spinach. So I switched to my bigger pot so I can show you guys exactly what I'm doing. And I'm going to go ahead and add my spinach to my pot. I'm just going to add a little bit of red chili flakes to this. And a bit more of my Italian seasoning. And then I'm going to add some salt. You want to make sure you salt this thoroughly. Alright, so once your tofu has finished cooked down, so I let this cook down for about 3 minutes. Now I'm going to go ahead and add my tomato sauce right back in there. And then you just want to combine this together. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of Parmesan cheese right on top of that. So now we're going to combine this with our lasagna. Alright, so once your lasagna shells are done, you can go ahead and drain them. So next thing you want to do is take your baking pan or baking dish, and I'm just going to add a little bit of butter to the bottom surface of this. And this is just to make sure that my lasagnas don't stick and burn. So now with each of them, I'm just going to take a few of my shells and just lay them out here. So we'll do 2 at a time. And what you want to do now is just go ahead and take some of your tofu mixture and just lay that out. And you want to just do this for each of your shells. You don't need too much. Go ahead and sprinkle a little bit of my cheese right on top of this, just a bit. Okay, we're going to put some on the outside also. And now what you want to begin to do is roll these. So that's why they're called lasagna rolls, because you just want to start rolling them now. Be careful so the stuff don't start to fall out at the sides, so you might want to roll from like both sides. And you're just going to roll this. And you're just going to roll this up till it's completely closed. And then you can flip it on this side. And then as you can see, it's what it looks like. And then you just want to go ahead and do this for the same. And just make a couple of these. Alright, so after I'm finished, these are what my rolls look like. By this time your oven should already be preheated to about 400 degrees. And now this is just a little bit of Italian seasoned mix with a little bit of cheese. And I'm just going to sprinkle this on top of each of my rolls. And then you just want to put this to bake in your oven until the cheese is nice and melted, or it has a nice crusted top. Just bake it to your liking basically, because everything's already basically done cooking. So you can just bake it till the cheese all melted out. And then you can go ahead and serve. So I'm putting mine on the top shelf because this will help it to crisp up the top of that cheese. And I'm just going to let this sit there for about, I'm going to do 15 minutes. But I'll come back in 10 and see how it looks. So after they're done and out of the oven, this is what they look like. Still hot and bubbling and sizzling. Very tender and crispy and just juicy and just delicious. Now you can go ahead and enjoy these. And I'll see you guys for the next dish. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.